Is the next day on the van build here. I've gotten out the red guard. This stuff is really excellent. It puts up a very good waterproof membrane on surfaces, and I used this in the bathroom when I did the remodel 5 years ago. I know it looks crazy and it dries to a horrific Halloween red, but it's really outstanding. It brushes on and dries and really gives you a final line of defense against water intrusion. Got here to the go out here to the coach today, and I got Marshall working away in here, cleaning out some of the last of that carpet. I've gone ahead and done a lot of vacuuming. It's tough job, Marshall, to get
that is
to get all that stuff out of there. I know.
Yeah, this I'm trying to pull it out. A lot of force.
Don't break the frame pulling it out. Just cut around it. That's probably the best you're going to do until we change out the converter box. Okay, so I'll let you keep going on that. But I've vacuumed up a bit. I'm going to get the red guard out now and run over that insert for that false generator door, just to make sure we have a final layer of waterproof defense here. Just to give you an idea of the red guard, you can see it's a horrendous pink color there, but when it dries it actually becomes a red. It makes it look like a murder scene, believe it or not. But what this stuff does, as I said, it creates a very thin rubberized membrane. I used it on the backer board in the bathroom, cement back, the hardy backer board, before I did the tiling, and I haven't had any problem in 5 years. So I'm gonna let that dry a bit and then come back and second coat it. That's really the last line of defense against water intrusion. Any water that does come in, though, will go down the channel into some of the holes. That's why you don't want to plug all the holes in the coach to allow for water to exit the coach. So I'm going to let that dry. See, Marshall's continued to make progress on moving the carpet and everything in that area.
All right, Rosie, what are we doing?
We're going to remove the frame now. We've got our basic idea of where things need to be. It is screwed down to the floor. The screws are rusted in. It's impossible to get it out. So should be able to remove about 2 screws and then lift the frame up and down.
All right. Using the Sawzall, I believe.
This is why I like to use
the Milwaukee Sawzall.
Make sure that you use the eye protection.
Yep.
Okay. So our frame should be able to come out now, and we'll be able to do some floor coating with the rusted floor Rust-Oleum, which is a special kind. It's brown in color. It's not the traditional gray, and we'll be able to unsheet. We'll be able to sheet everything underneath it here for a continuous wood under here. So we just have to unscrew that, and we have to be very careful removing this frame, because we need to use part of this as the side piece for the 2-seat dinette. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right. All right. Marshall got up a lot of the rest of that carpet and everything. We've removed the converter box and the AB switch back here. I know we had a devil of a time. A lot of that was rusted up, so we've managed to more or less keep the electrical intact. We do have a problem here. The vent for the water fill has now been snapped off of its hose. That'll probably require a new exterior fitting now, because it's critical to have venting to fill up the water tank. You can see the red here. The red guard has dried. I know it looks like a murder scene there when it's on. So I'm going to go ahead now, take advantage of, let Marshall take a break here. Been working hard getting all this stuff out, all this carpet. We got some more screws to remove, some ground strapping, and we'll be able to do some put down a little bit of the Rust-Oleum on here, and you know, prepare to start putting new flooring down. We're going to be very careful to mark where our ribs are, because we need to screw down between the channels here for the most part. So, all right, looking good. Good job, Marshall.
Hard day's work.
Working hard.
Yep.
Every day is a hard day's work. The work should get easier once this has been pretty much all the hard stuff is finished here. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another big day on the van build. It's not going to look like a lot, but that was a lot of work to get the last bit of flooring out of here. You can see we have our converter box. We only had one small casualty with the breather tube for the fill for the water, but Marshall tells me it's no big deal to find those things and pop in another one. What else did we do today? We waterproofed that with some red guard back there, and that's our I'll hit that with another coat tomorrow. That's really the last line of defense against water intrusion. But now, Marshall, we're able to lay down whole sheets.
We accomplished a lot today, folks. It might not look like a lot, but it was. We were able to disconnect the AB switch here, and
lots of rusty screws, right?
Box
tremendous.
From the bed frame, lots of rusted screws. All the different brackets and screws that held down the electrical components here to the coach and the water pump and all that. And now, basically, what we accomplished today by doing that and clearing out all the nuts and bolts that were holding down
the
seat belts, I had to remove.
Seat belts.
There were actually 3 seat belts. The holes are right there and here and here. And the drain cock for the water tank, and all the various screws and brackets here, and that were holding the electrical down. And this was very difficult to get.
Yeah, this was very hard to get the AB switch and the converter.
We both cut ourselves getting this out. This was the way they mount these here.
Me cutting myself is another day in paradise for me.
We both cut ourselves, and you know, it's good that we're separating the water system now from the electrical. I was lucky that I never had a short in here.
You can see the amount of water.
If you look at the underneath of this box here, you can see it.
Be careful, you're hot on that box. Yeah, so you can show the degradation.
Right, exactly.
We, in fact, have another box coming. We think it will do the job.
Yeah, so we accomplished a lot today by, like I said, removing all the things we needed to remove from the floor to get ready to sand this and prime this with some primer to get it a little bit more waterproof and sturdy, and get ready to put down the luan and start putting down the floor here.
Yeah, so we really need a very flat lay surface over here to put that on.
Right.
And by running continuous sheets where possible, we avoid cutting up and fitting like a jigsaw puzzle, putting things together.
We'll have to mark down where we're going to screw down with the
we need to screw in the valleys.
Right.
And actually on top of the ridges we need to screw, because otherwise the valleys will depress the wood down.
Right, exactly. So we have to mark those when we put the wood down, and mark where we're going to...
Yeah, we'll make a layout. We'll snap a chalk line.
Count how many ribs are and measure it on the wood before.
Yeah, what we'll do is snap a chalk line down each side. We'll be doing one sheet at a time, so it's not going to be difficult. It's not going to be one solid sheet in here. So it was a lot of work today, but you know, the bottom line is we're ready to start replacing the flooring. Hopefully the converter and distribution panel will be ready to roll. The AB switch is still good on there, so I know it looks like a real snake's nest in there, but everything has a purpose back there. Most of it is either going to a generator or to shore power, and the rest of it is just 12-volt cabling running around to various systems on here. So, all right, everybody, thanks for being along today. And yeah, Marshall, another hard day of work.
Another hard day of work.
Gave up a little bit of skin and blood and skin today, didn't you?
Next few days, you guys are finally going to see some progress here with the floor going down, and you'll see something pretty going down. So,
all right, there we go. We'll have a good working surface. We also need to, I guess we're going to rust proof that, or decide whether we're going to use whether we're going to just use the spray and hit it easy, or just go crazy.
Or brushed some rust proofing what do they call the oil-based stuff?
Yeah, my inclination would just be to hit it, because you can see there really isn't a lot of rust in here, to be honest. Most of it's just the glue that's dried and discolored.
It's just the glue pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody.
All right,
Woo.